Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. I said, man, what this dude got 9 lives, man? How he don't never go to the hole after a fight, bro? Like, what is going on here? See my homeboy, he was like, man, I try to stop, bro, man. I told him, man, he trying to fight this dude, man. Ain't no dude gay and all. I was like, man. He was like, man, I try to stop him, bro. He went all in dude's cell and everything. I was like, shh, what bro was thinking, man. You know what I mean? As I'm saying that, my word, I'm standing there, like my back is turned. But I'm talking to my man, he telling me the story. As he's saying that, I feel something coming behind me. Pause, I look. It was Bean. That's I turned around like this. That's word. I was like, he was like, hey, look, I ain't got no problem with y'all. Listen, man. I don't like Norfolk dudes, but your homeboy being disrespectful, he won't never mind his business. He says, y'all don't know he pulled up on me last week and said something about something, man. He need to mind his business. Look, I ain't do nothing but smack him up a little bit, man. I ain't got no problem with y'all, but I ain't running from nothing either. But I'm just letting you know, I was like, want no problems with this freaking tall LA Dante. Man, I don't want to beef with this dude, man. I'm like, I just walked away from him. I ain't had no response. I ain't saying it was cool. It was over with. I didn't have nothing. I just walked away. I told my homeboy, let me holler at you, man. I told my homeboy, I said, man, let me holler at you, man. We walked away. He was like, what's up? I was like, bro, listen, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I ain't really trying to get into it with dude. I was like, but for real though, man, like, man, that's crazy though. He run my bro though, man. I was like, man. Like, he was like, Weezy, look, I'm letting you know now, I don't care about what he do. As long as he don't disrespect me, that's on him, bro. Like, I told bro that too. I was telling him the same thing. I was like, man, he was like, yo, I know, he should mind his business. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, he right though, man. But I'm like, still, I'm like, this isn't a good move right here, man. So like, now, like, that created like talks in the pod. That created talks in the pod to where everybody was like, yo, man, dude, come to the pod. Cause my man been in there a minute. So he done got my man out of square. Now my man is in the hole. So like everybody's like, yo, for real though, man, like, dude came out pod and got our pod looking crazy, man. Like 3D was a good block. Like this junk was crazy. So I'm like, man, you right, everybody talking about it. So everybody started really disliking him. Everybody really started disliking Bean, man. Everybody really started disliking Bean, man. Like, man, forget Bean. He come over here with all this. But I don't think Bean cared because he still had Lil Danny in the cell with him. He still had Lil Danny in the cell with him. After all of that, he still had Lil Danny in the cell with him, man. So like, now that Lil Danny's really in there now, man, it's like, he really feel like he's a hostage. He feel like he's a hostage. I don't know what's going on, man, but like, he wasn't a hostage. He can go out and leave whenever he want. He can go to trial and never come back. He had a lot of options. He had a lot of options, y'all, but he didn't use none of them. He didn't use none of them, man. So like, the dudes that was in the block, like, you know, when we come out and work, they was talking about it. They was like, yo, look, man, like, for real. Like, man, like, we gonna tell the young boy, man. We gonna make the young boy tell him, man. He was like, the young boy already said he be violating him. Everybody know that being in there violating him, man. So dude, the old head dude was like, man, I'm gonna make him tell on the watch. Get him out of here. I was like, man, this man got 9 lives. Y'all think that's gonna work? And he cool with the sergeant, man. That's not gonna work. Old head was like, no, forget that. Watch, we ain't gonna make it work. Watch, we ain't gonna make it work. Watch, we gonna make it work. Yeah, watch, we gonna make it. I'm like, this junk crazy, man. He was like, yeah, we gonna tell. Yeah, what? He was like, what? We gonna holler at the sergeant. We gonna tell him to go holler at the sergeant. We ain't gonna tell. We gonna make him go tell. I'm like, how you gonna do that? He was like, man, he was like, man, cause I'm in the cell alone. I'm gonna let him move in the cell with me. So when he say that, I was like, you know, I've been knowing old head for a little minute. He been in the block a little minute. Old head slept in cell 3. You know what I mean? He been a worker. He been out the way. You know what I mean? Like, I scanned him and came back maybe in his past when I first met him. You know what I mean? But still though, like, since I've been around him, there's been no shake, rattling, and rolling, man. But I think anything is better than going in. I think anything is better than being in the cell with Bean right now. So like it didn't even matter, man. Like for real though. Like I scanned him and came back, you know what I mean? And maybe in his past. So it's a lot maybe in his past moving around. So I just was like, man, for real, if y'all can do that, like that's on y'all, man. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work though. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work. They was like, nah, man, cause I'm tired of looking at him, man. He all tall, walking around the block, acting like that, man. So the old heads was mad about it. So they had a plan, and I was for real. I didn't agree with their plan as far as to getting him to tell, like, but they trying to save the young boy, man. They trying to save little daddy people, y'all. So boom, that's all they trying to do, man. So their plan was wild. It was a coward plan, but you gotta let them do them. I stayed out of that, man. So the next day roll around. Now you would see the dude Bean. Bean will always go outside the morning wrecks. He wouldn't go out in the evening wrecks. He would go out the morning wrecks because he'll go out there and talk to a couple of other shit round rollers that he's to mess with. So he'll dip out in the morning. So when he dipped out that morning, all you see was the old heads, man. They had little Danny at that table, at the round table. And it was 4 of them at the table. It was 2 dudes standing up and they was all talking to him. And you just seen little Danny just standing there like this, just freaking looking pitiful. He was just looking pitiful in the face. He had a pitiful look in his face, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, like, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, me being nosy, I walked up to the table. It was people at the table anyway, so I walked up. Dude looked at me, old head looked at me. He was like, man, Weezy, look, man, we trying to just tell him move, man. Like, we ain't trying to get him to mess over. We ain't trying to get him to mess over Bean. We just tell him to move. Tell him it's all right to move, Weezy. I was like, bro, I looked at him like, man, I ain't telling him I ain't telling him nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I just came over here to be nosy game. That's all I came over here to do was to hear what y'all was talking about. So I'm like, I ain't say what I just told y'all. I just basically like, man, I laughed it off like, man, come on, man. So they was like, no, look, you can. So Danny just standing there hearing everything. So Danny was like, so you saying if I move out of his cell, y'all ain't gonna let him hurt me? That man said he gonna hurt me, man. I can't beat that, man. That man told me if I go to any building on this compound, man, he got somebody that's gonna put hands on me, man. Like, I ain't a fighter, man. I'm not a fighter, man. So he was like, you just gonna stay in there and get violated, man? He had a look, he ain't wanted like admit to being violated. He was like, I don't want to be in there with him no more, though. I don't want to be in the cell with him no more. So the old head was like, well, look, this is what I'm going to do then, man. I'm going to tell the sergeant that you trying to move in my cell. You just got to agree with it, man. If you agree with it, then everything going to work out smooth. Everything going to be great. Everything going to be good with you. So this word Danny was like, he was thinking about it real crazy. He was really thinking about it. He was like, so I don't want to be in there no more. A tear dropped from his eye, like left eye. You see the tear come down. He was like, I don't want to be in it no more. I don't want to be in it no more. I don't want to be in it no more. I started to say, we told you from the start not to move in there with that guy, y'all. So boom. Now you don't want to be in there no more, man. I dipped off, man. I heard enough. I got away from that incident because I don't know how it's going to work out. Rhett came back. Danny went back to his cell. Everything went Bean normal, man. Bean came back from the rec yard, got in the shower, went back in the cell. Probably went and did the same activities he always do with the young boy, man. And that's being a freaking psycho, shake, rattle, and roller maniac, man. That's probably what he did, man. So, like, the young boy is terrified, man. And that's how dudes be having people in there, y'all. Like, dudes be terrified to the point where, like, they don't really know what to do. Going to the police be like the last option because it changes a lot in your life. When you check in and you gotta stay away and not go back to population, you're ashamed or you're embarrassed. It's a lot comes with that when you're in a predicament like little Danny, man. I'm letting y'all know now, man. So like after the rec was over with and they counted, we came back out after count. I think that's when they started hollering at the sergeant dude. So we seen some dudes going out to slide, and they was going out at the sergeant dude. We was going to child last, so we was all out in the pod. So the dude Bean don't know what's going on. So the sergeant came up that joint. So when the sergeant came up, the dude was like, Sergeant in here. Sergeant walked in. He looked around. He was like, he looked right past Bean. Bean was like, what's up? He was like, you, come here. Come here. Danny was like, yeah, come here. He was like, yeah, come here. He went down to the table. He sat down on the table. He was like, pulled out some paperwork. He was like, Danny walked up. When Danny walked up, all you seen was Bean coming close to the table. Bean was like, Sergeant was like, back up. Get away from this table, man. He called Bean last name. Get away from this table, man. Bean was like, he never heard the sergeant talk to him like that. So little Danny sat down. Sergeant talking to him, having a conversation. You know what I mean? You just see Danny kind of like shaking his head. He might say, yeah, here and there, no, here and there. After that, conversation was over. You looked up, you seen the old head dude that sleep in cell 3. He pull up, he come to the table, he start talking to the sergeant. So little Danny's still right there. He's still standing at the table. So they talking. Next thing you know, the sergeant stood up and was like, he called Bean over there. Bean walked over there. He was like, hey, look. And he made sure he said it loud enough for everybody to hear. Not screaming it, but he was like, hey, look. He's going to be moving out your cell. He's going to be moving into cell 3, man. You up to your old shenanigans again, man. He was like, you lucky this man is not throwing you under the bus. He said, because if he was throwing you under the bus, it would be nothing I can do to protect you right now, man. But he was like, he's moving out your cell. He basically was like, let him go. That's what it sounded like. Let him go. He was like, he's moving out your cell. So this word Bean was like, he had like he wanted to blow smoke out his nose. He had looked so angry, man. He looked like he was hitting a hookah game. He was like, he looked over at Danny. He was like, you moving? Danny was like, why you ain't tell me you moving? Danny was like, man, see, man, you ungrateful. He was like, well, look, make sure you pay me back that money I gave you then. All that food you been eating up, everything, I need all of it back. Sarge. You been eating my food. Sarge was like, man, he don't owe you nothing. Go get your stuff and pack it up now and move into cell 3. He said, you better do nothing. He said, you better sit your butt down before I move you out of this block. This maniac, this word Bean was like, that's a little pole, pause. He went and stood on the pole like this with his back to it. Cell 17, all that's behind him. That's all you see is little Danny in there like this. Danny getting his stuff right, because Danny about to move, y'all, so boom! This was one of the first victims that I saw that be in a cell with a predator, that actually got out the cell with a predator. Like, real talk, that's all you gotta do is just have the guts to be like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be violated anymore. Get me out of this cell, man. And that's what Danny did. Now, he had help from a couple of other inmates, and the sergeant looked like he was on his team, but that's what he did, man. I promise y'all, man. It was crazy. The joke was crazy right here, man. So Danny moved, man. Bean was so mad. Like, I think Bean wanted to crash anyway, regardless of what the sergeant was saying, regardless of what. I think Bean still wanted to crash because this man just moved on him. Man. He felt like he had immunity from the sergeant. So, like, Bean was kind of like, he was moving careful. So, like, the first 2 days that he in the cell with the old head dude, you know what I mean? I don't know what had happened, you know what I mean? So, the first 2 days he in the cell with the old head, everything was going smooth. So, like, on the third day, I don't know what had happened, but you seeing Bean pull up on the old head dude. Bean was like, yeah. Like, I'm coming down the steps and hearing this. I'm coming down the steps. I'm like, all I hear is, yeah. God damn it, you think you slick? Yeah, he think you slick. So the old head was like, man, I don't think I'm slick, man. What you doing, man? You was in there being an idiot, man. That's all you was doing. Bean was like, yeah, I was being an idiot, but your ass in there trying to do the same goddamn thing. You don't think I know you? He called the old head name. You don't think I know you? Motherfucker, you gay. Yeah, you just like me. You like the brown eye. Yeah, you like the brown eye. That's what you like. You like the brown eye. You just like me. Old head standing there like, I'm like, man, this joke crazy. So he like, yeah, you in there, you got in my motherfucking way. That's what you motherfucking do. You think you gonna get away with this shit because you got in my motherfucking way? That's my word. I'm like, damn, they snapping over a boy. This is a dude that's a man, Buddha, and they arguing over him. This is my word. So old head like, man, look, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Old head standing by and say, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. This is my word. He's like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Bean said, I know you ain't. Yeah, I know you ain't. You ain't there goddamn fucking my boy. That's what I was like, oh. Like, the things that he was saying, man, like, he was really disrespecting this old head, whether it was right or it was wrong. He was disrespecting this guy, y'all. So, boom! It's my word. I come down the steps and hear that joint. I was like, I looked at the old head. I was like, that joint went off a minute. It's shake, rolling, and rolling wizard. I'm like, it's like, yo, this joke crazy. I see the two Richmond dudes. I was like, me find out the young boy moved in the cell with another nigga that shake, round, and roll. They was like, yeah, he fuck around. Yeah, he fuck around. He probably ain't fucking around in a long time. I'm like, this is crazy. The old head straight used a old ass, like that was a beyond, that was like the motion play. Y'all know the college play in the playbook called Emotion? Like, that nigga ran a motion. My word, this nigga got the young boy to move out the cell with the predator to move in the cell with him, man. That was crazy as a bitch, man. I was looking like, oh shit. After I scanned that nigga and that shit, I was like, damn. So everybody like, yo, that's wild. So now Lil Danny looking stupid as a bitch in the face because now he just moved in the cell with another nigga that shake, rattle, and roll. So he can't win for fucking losing. He can't win for fucking losing, man. So now he just really looking stupid. So the nigga goddamn Bean was like, nigga, he seen goddamn Lil Danny. Lil Danny was just getting out the shower looking pitiful as a bitch while they was arguing the whole time. He said, nigga, you moved out the cell with me to get plugged by another nigga? That's what you doing? Danny was like, he was like, what you like this nigga? Danny said, he had no answer or nothing. He was super scared of goddamn Bean. He said, what you like this nigga? Oh, he said, man, chill out. He's with me. Chill out. Go in the cell. Go in the cell. Bean was like, yeah, all right, motherfucker. Yeah, you think you got all the fucking sense because the sergeant came over here and said that shit, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck both of y'all. Fuck both of y'all, nigga. Yeah, fuck both of y'all. Danny was looking scared as a bitch. Danny went to his cell like a psycho. Then he was like, open up 17. Open up 17. That joint opened up. All you seen was the top bunk empty as a bitch, y'all. So boom. This little Danny dipped on your dumb ass, man. But the nigga Bean feeling some type of way about this shit. Really, I never seen a predator go through shit like this. I never seen a nigga go through shit like this when a nigga dipped in the same pod. Like, I never seen that. So this is my first time witnessing this shit. But I already know Bean feeling some type of way. Bean don't like this shit. He like, damn. This nigga dipped on me and moved in the cell with another nigga that shake, rattle, and roll. All that shit the old head was talking, we don't like that. We don't get him to tell. He can move in my cell. He was doing that just so he can get the nigga. And now this nigga is just a flat out nigga that just getting fucking hit by everybody now. Pause. I know that sound crazy, but that's what they doing. That's what the fuck they doing, man. I promise you, man. So it was like, I guess it was a little bit more different with the old head than Bean because the old head never really intimidated Lil Danny. He never done that, man. So like maybe Lil Danny just got like used to being gay and being in the cell with somebody that wasn't as scary as fucking Bean because Bean used to probably just freaking gorilla pimp his ass. Ain't no telling, man. Like he didn't have a problem with that argument. He didn't have a problem with what was going on all about that shit, man. So like he was moving around like everything was normal. And I'm on the top tier. And the Richmond dudes was on the top tier beside me. All us was just on the top tier. They had just popped the doors, so all us up there chilling. Danny had walked by. When Danny walked by on the bottom tier, the niggas was like, yo, man, let me find out, short. Let me find out. They lit. They like, let me find out. Let me find out. Danny was like, find out what? What you talking about? They was like, man, let me find out niggas passing you around. Danny was like, and you think that's funny, huh? You think that's funny too, huh? Niggas was like, man, your ass wild, man. Your ass got down all the way in the game now. You all the way in the game now, shorty. He was like, man, fuck y'all. He kept it moving. I was like, damn, this shit crazy, man. Old head looking like he happy as fuck. He defeated Bean by getting the boy in his cell. You know what I mean? Like he's feeling like he on top of the goddamn world, man. He's feeling like he's all the way on top of the goddamn world, man. I promise you, man. Goddamn, that nigga Bean, I knew he wasn't gonna let it go though. I knew he wasn't gonna let it go, man. The way that nigga moved, man, that nigga moved like Nightcrawler. I'm letting you know now. He got 9 lives. He get out of shit, but what's fucked up now is that the sergeant jive know kind of a little bit what's going on. So that kind of fucked this play up as far as him being able to move the way he want to move, get out of situations the way he want to get out of situations. So I think that messed him up a little bit, man. But I knew he wasn't gonna let that shit go. I knew he wasn't gonna let that shit go, man. I'm sitting back looking at all this shit, y'all, and I'm saying to myself, man, please get me out of prison. Get me out of prison. This is crazy, man. This is crazy activity. We just had nobody in our block to do this stuff. Now we have somebody in the block that's just making a bunch of noise with this freaking stuff, man. It was crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it. Like, it was just wild, man. It was wild, man. So Danny just cool. Daddy cool with just freaking being a boy now. He didn't act like a boy, talk like a boy, move like a boy, but he was doing boyish things by staying in the cell with these 2 freaking shake, rattle, and rollers, man. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, little by little, he just kind of like started like just being more out with it a little bit. Not really out with it, but like just accepting what his fate was, man. Walking on the yard with the old head. He never done that with Bean. He walking on the yard with the old head. Like he didn't have no more friends from his city. Everybody cut him off. He just became who he was, man. That's a freaking boy, yo. So boom. So he's a dude that got flipped. He came in straight. Maybe he came in straight. Who knows? He probably shake, rattle, and roll in the street. But he came allegedly in straight. And now he's all the way a shake, rattle, and roller. Like, this is what it is now. So he's accepting his fate. He's moving around like, I don't care, man. Fuck it. It is what it is now. So everybody just let him do him again. He's doing him. So I can remember one time my homeboy told me to play his spade hand. Like he was like, yo, he had to get on the phone at 3:30. So he was like, bro, listen, I need you to play my hand because I'm gambling some dudes. So I need you to play, you know what I mean? Take over from you. You're the only one I trust in to play. If I'm like, all right, I got you, bro. I got you. So we go to the table like kind of like when they play poker at, which is like almost by the back. It's the like furthest to the back, that table. So they got the sheet on the joint. We playing spades. When I'm standing there playing spades, like I got my foot on the bench, but I'm facing 17. My partner's facing me. Then the two people we playing in right here. So like I'm like this, we playing the cards. So we playing the cards. I'm standing by bean choke. So lady said, sale break. So we kept on playing. We look up, we see 17 open up. So you see the bean come out. Bean was like, he stood in front of the steps like this. So they doing a sale break. Everybody doing a sale break. You look up, you see Danny. Danny walking to the shower as usual. That's one of his favorite spots now, the shower. He's going to the shower. Bean pinning. So I'm sitting right there. I'm looking right at Bean. He's right in front of me. I'm playing the cards. I'm shuffling. I'm like, Bean just looking like, he made his move. I seen him. He looked right over at cell 3. He was facing, because he's facing cell 3. I'm facing him. He's facing where cell 1, 2, 3, and 5 and all that shit is at. He's facing that joint. He like, he made his move. When he walked past me, now he behind me. So I ain't want to like follow, like do like this. So I finished dealing the hand. I deal the hand. By the time I finish dealing the hand, I go grab all my cards and I back up like this. Then I peeped and I looked. When I looked, man, he had just like an animal going inside cell 3. Now this dude that's in cell 3, the old dude, that's a freaking shake, rattle, and roller. Man, this dude has no chance against Bean, man. He has no chance against him, man. This old dude's probably like 5'8", 5'9", super frail, super old a little bit, like 56. Like that's how old the dude was. He was like in his late 50s. Like he had to look old. Like I know that's not really old, but he had to look old. Like you look old in your 50s in penitentiary. I'm telling you, man. Some dudes don't, some dudes do. I'm telling you, man, I promise you, man, he had no chance against this, man. When I look back and got my cards, I just seen, I saw somebody just run into the cell. And when they ran into the cell, that's all you was. So everybody was like, oh, they fighting. So everybody looking. So that's all you see was Bean was like, yeah, you can get away with this. Like the old dude just like trying to block. He's just trying to block. And Bean like, you think you gonna get away with this? He block. He hit him through the blocks. You think you gonna get away with this? So everybody was like, man, that joke crazy, man. So he beating the old dude down. Man, he beat the old dude down. I promise you, old dude hit the ground. Everybody, the lady was like, sale break about to be over in 30 seconds. Sale break about to be over in 30 seconds. Bean got one more in for the road. He was like, the old dude was like balled up by the toilet, like on his knees like this. Bean was about to walk out. He was like, he Sparta kicked his ass right in the face. He was like, poof, kicked him right in his goddamn shit. Old dude fall back, boom. That's my word, goddamn. That nigga walked out. They like, sale break over with. Doors closed. All the doors closed up. I promise you, that nigga walked to the shower. The nigga Danny is in the first shower. The first shower, man. I promise you, the nigga Danny's in the first shower to the left. Nigga goddamn Bean walked to the shower like this. Look right in that bitch. You know he tall as a motherfucker. He went straight to the shower. That nigga was like, he was just standing there looking in the joint. He was saying something, but it's too far for me to hear. But he's looking directly into the fucking shower where the nigga is at. The young boy Danny's in the fucking shower. He like this. I promise you, man, that nigga dealt. Nigga went back to his motherfucking cell. Goddamn sat down on his butt and waited for the next sale break. Next sale break came. That's when Danny came out his fucking shower. That's when Danny came out the shower. Danny probably felt like he was gonna tackle, man. I promise you, Danny came out the shower when they said sale break again. He stayed in that joint. I know he was wrinkled. He stayed in that joint like he was the number one. He stayed in that joint a minute. I promise you, he finally come out when they do sale break. He walked his cell to see his fucking celly a bloody pope. His celly was fucked up. His celly was fucked up. So as they opened the door up, his celly just got up, walked out, went to the booth, said something to the lady. The lady let the nigga out. That nigga left out the pod, y'all, so boom. That shit was crazy as a motherfucker. This nigga leave out the pod. He leave out the pod and never come back. Never come back the whole fucking day. So niggas ain't know he was in medical. Niggas ain't know shit. But all I know is Danny's on his fucking own again. So I already know Danny's shitting in his fucking boxes right now because this fucking protection is gone. What he thought was his protection. The old dude don't got nothing on fucking goddamn Bean when it come to fighting, man. I promise you, man. So goddamn, I'll say probably about the next day in the afternoon time, we all in the pod. God damn it. That nigga Bean ain't say nothing to Danny the whole time. Danny didn't bring his ass out that motherfucking cell the whole time, y'all. I promise y'all, man. As soon as goddamn the afternoon came, man, we hear the slide open up. Ying, push. Who come walking back through the door of that motherfucker? The old head nigga, old head come walking through the door. He like, his shit all patched up and shit. He got Band-Aid right here and shit. Come back. I mean, he sat down. He sat down at the table. He started talking to a couple of old heads, you know. You know what I mean? Then he went to his cell and he started talking to fucking Danny. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, the sergeant come back in this motherfucker. The sergeant come back in the joint. He go to the table where the Richmond niggas is at. So the Richmond niggas is playing spades. So dudes was already over there watching them. The sergeant's at the next table. Nobody was at that table. So he sit down. So he told the lady to open up cell 3. So which was the old head cell. So the old head got down, went in the joint. Old head got down. Told the nigga, I don't know what the fuck he had told Danny. I don't know what the fuck it was, man. But all I know is, goddamn, the sergeant nigga is a fucking dickhead. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga was a maniac. He opened up cell 3. All you seen was Danny come back. All you see was the old head walking his cell. When the old head walked in his cell, he said something to Danny. He said, yo, he told the sergeant, said, come here. He called Danny back over there. Danny walked back to the goddamn table. When Danny at the table, I don't know what he was saying. Goddamn, the Richmond dudes was right there. They could hear what he was saying. Man, my word, I don't know what the fuck the sergeant said to him, man. But Danny said, all you see was Danny go like this. Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit, man. Danny moved back in the cell with that maniac, y'all. So boom! I couldn't believe it, man. This man went back in the cell with Beanie, man. The sergeant allowed it, man. The sergeant, what the fuck the dude in cell 3 tell the sergeant? I fucking fell off the bed. Now I want my roommate to fucking leave. I don't know what the fuck he said, man. Either way, the nigga Danny said it was cool. Danny packed his shit up in front of everybody and he moved back to fucking cell 17, y'all. On everything. This nigga moved back to cell 17, man. When I tell y'all that was the walk of fucking shame, he didn't give a fuck because he was already fucking halfway switching anyway. But it was the walk of shame, man. This nigga goddamn pushed his shit back over there. Goddamn, this word nigga goddamn Bean standing in a joint like this. Now, look, Bean ain't got no shirt on. He got his scrub pants on. He got his jeans on. But look, under the jeans with no shirt game, all you see is them goddamn thermal pants that nigga was talking about. That nigga be butterball naked wearing. That he be butterball naked wearing. He got on the thermal pants. You can see it. He ain't got no shirt on. He's standing up. He like, all you see is Danny coming back. Danny moved in the cell with him, man. Danny moved in the cell with that nigga, man. I promise y'all, man. Old head dude stayed in the park for about another week. And he moved. Old head dude got the fuck out of Dodge. And I don't blame him. Who the fuck want to be around a nigga that just whooped your ass and took his boy back? He defeated you back. Like, how the fuck did he do this, man? I don't know. Don't get me to lie, man. Old head dude dipped. He been in the pod a minute. He couldn't take it. He got the fuck out of Dodge. He went to 2 building. He hauled ass. So I'll say probably about within a couple weeks. It's like now the nigga Danny done turned into a nigga that ain't scared no more. He fighting back. He's fighting goddamn the predator back, man. You know what I mean? He's fighting the nigga goddamn Bean back. And like when they will get into domestic disputes like how he did with the other nigga that he was in the cell with, they will fight. They will fight, man. You will see Bean come out. He had a fucking scratch on his face and all that shit, man. So like the last time they fought, he had a crazy, like I guess the nigga goddamn scratched his fucking nose. Took damn near all the skin off his nose, man, with the scratch. I don't know how the fuck he did it. So he tried to hide the shit through count. But he couldn't hide the shit through count, man. The niggas seen this shit. They came back after count, opened their door up, said something to them niggas, and they was in there talking to them niggas for a minute. They pulled both of those niggas out, Danny and the nigga Bean. Had them in the office. Next thing you know, they was taking them out, man. They was taking them niggas out, man. I promise you, man. They locked both of them niggas up. When I was able to move around the hole and work, I seen the nigga Bean. I was praying, hope that nigga ain't called me, man. I was like, man, I don't want to talk to that nigga, man. That nigga called me. I was like, what's up? He was like, hey, look, man, look, right? Hey, yeah, man, look, man, my celly got some shit for me, man. Look, I'll pay you to bring it for me, man. Goddamn, yeah, man, the boy done scratched me up and shit, man. Goddamn, yeah, man. I'm like, I ain't really want to hear all that shit. I'm like, so your celly got something for you? I'll get it for you, man. You know what I mean? Like, even though he a fucking predator, like, that's what I used to do. I'll still bring people shit back there in the bank. You know what I mean? I'm like, these niggas, wow. So the nigga Danny was downstairs. He was upstairs. Bean was upstairs. Danny was downstairs in the hole. They was right next door in 3C. I'm in 3D. Promise you, went downstairs, seen Danny. Danny called me to the door. I'm like, what's up? He like, yeah, man, it's just fucked up, man. Like, life is fucked up. But, like, we fought too fucking much. It'll never work. Because we fought too. I'm like, this nigga talk about it'll never work. You fucking fruitcake. I ain't say that though, but I'm like, never work. I'm like, what you need me to get something? He was like, yeah, there's a dude got a wick next door. Would you get it? I'm like, yeah. I gave him the wick. I looked at him as I gave him the wick. I was like, he do look like a boy now. Pause. I'm like, gave him the wick, man. Like, after they got out the hole, y'all already know the count. They got back together in full building, man. Like, that's what goes on, man. You know what I mean? The man walked into a fucking trap and got turned out, man. By being maniac ass, man. It was a crazy situation, man. Like, but that's how shit be in penitentiary, man. Please stay out of penitentiary if you're weak and you can't handle stuff like this, man. Because I'm telling you, man, they have people that would take full advantage of you, man. So just stay the fuck out of prison, y'all. That's all I'm saying, y'all. So that was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story, though, y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching another one, man. Like, I already know what it is, man. Stay out of the way. That's what it is, man. That's what we doing this year, man. We staying our ass out the way so we can live out here with our family. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a Tuesday banger game. So let y'all do this one. Like, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But be safe out here, people. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments.